Hello everyone and welcome to today's show. Today we're going to talk about the new transfer speculations about the players that is leaving Manchester United and players that are maybe joining Manchester United to the future. There have been rumors about them and there are 6 players that are set to leave, 6 to 7 players that are set to leave. So we are going to talk through them. We start with David De Gea, then we start with um, Eric Bailly, Ander Herrera, and Juan Mata, and Matteo Darmian, and yes, that's what's some of them. But David De Gea is probably the first target one, and he is the most important player. I would say that is going maybe to leave this summer. It is not sure yet, but there are talks about that he is leaving the club, and for me he's very important. There are not so many goalkeepers that I see that can replace him. The only maybe 3 targets I would say are Alban Lafont from Fiorentina, a good young talent that resembles very much David De Gea. He is only 19 years old and looks to be one of the best keepers in the world to the future. I see him as a player that I would probably like to see at Manchester United, a player that would probably be the new David De Gea. But we'll see what happened with him, and for me right now he's one of the young talents that I really want to Manchester United. Then we have Jan Oblak, that is right now my number one, absolutely my number one. I think he's really good goalkeeper and has that David De Gea kind of playing in him, and I see him the only player that I really want in, but I don't see Atletico de Madrid being interested to let him go by lots of money, as it seems to be like a kind of an overhaul as well at Atletico de Madrid. Many clubs are looking for their players, especially in the middle field, but then losing their number one goalkeeper as well would start a big problem, and that is why I think it can be a kind of a problem. Then we have as last maybe Butland, Pickford, not the really first choices I got, but still players that can potentially be a good replacement. Will maybe make them play in a better way and give them that kind of backup and trust to make them to be better players. So that is my kind of choice to replacement of David De Gea if he would leave. I hope not that if he leave it can be troublesome if he leaves. So that was David De Gea. Then we have of course the other players. Alexis Sanchez as well, as I forgot, is set to leave, and it seems like Jadon Sancho will be that kind of replacement. Even if he's a right winger, Jadon Sancho will be like the kind of first choice. It can be hard to sell him on because of he has such a high wages, and many clubs in Europe maybe can't afford him, and that will be the kind of problem that no one can really pay the wages that he's on. Maybe a big giant in Spain, or maybe in Italy, or maybe in Germany can pay him, maybe Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund can pay him out, but there are not so many clubs that can pay him out of Manchester United. It needs to be a very rich club that can pay him out. Ander Herrera has signed on a 3-year contract for Paris Saint-Germain. I'm really sad that he leaves. He has been one of my favorite players for a long time, and it is sad that he's leaving right now for Paris Saint-Germain. and it is not really that way I wanted it to be. I wanted him to stay at Manchester United and sign on a new contract. Ulle and the gang from Manchester United maybe really come to a conclusion to get a new contract to him, and he was maybe not happy with the wages that Ulle and the club did give him, and that is why that Paris Saint-Germain maybe won the battle at the end and gets now under Herrera. It's sad to see, but football goes on. There are talks of replacement, and we go back to Atletico de Madrid again, and that is Rodri, a new young Spanish talent that joined from Villarreal last season, that has made it really well at Atletico de Madrid, and so he will. So there is one of the players that Atletico de Madrid try to keep on, but it will be hard for them to keep him. I feel Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City are also interested in the 22-year-old central midfielder. And then Saul is also a target for a replacement for Ander Herrera, and he has a release clause of 150 million euro clause, and to buy him out will be hard. He has a contract to 2026, and to get him out, yes, it would be hard, really hard. I would love to have him at Manchester United, but getting him out of Atletico de Madrid, I feel it can be really hard and will be a kind of a big problem. So I can see some problems will be here with the replacement of Ander Herrera. Then we have Eric Bailly, that is also rumored to be leaving, according to The Guardian and Sky Sports, and I feel not happy that he's leaving. I think he's one of our best central centre backs that are really good at Manchester United, with Victor Nilsson Lindelöf, that are the two best centre backs in the team, and letting Bailly go can cause some problems, and that is not good at all. I see even that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is open to bringing two new centre backs. I see still problems, and that is why I see letting Eric Bailly go will only start problems, and it will cause chaos. The only, I understand also that we need funds maybe to sign in Koulibaly. He's really expensive as well, with a 120 million clause at Napoli, and Napoli has problems themselves that they don't have squad depth, and that makes them really don't have any centre backs that are on the same level as Koulibaly, and that is really the problem why Manchester United have problems to get him out of the team. So that are some of the problems that cause some problems for this. Then we have, who was it more we had? We have Matteo Darmian as well, a player that hasn't really came up to that level. When he joined Manchester United, I had really high hopes on him. I really enjoyed to watch him when he played for Torino. I thought he would be a great player for Manchester United, a prospect for the future, and left back that would be doing great. I think he did it great the first 2 seasons. He did it great, but not in the best way of kind. And after that, he has really not reached the level or potential. I feel he is a great left back, but I feel like he never reached the potential out of Manchester United, and I feel the best for him is maybe moving back to Italy again. Inter and Juventus has both of them been interested to sign him, and I can only see him going back to Italy, to a giant club maybe, or maybe back to Torino again. So letting Darmian go, I don't see any problems with it, but I feel a bit for him because I saw a big potential and a great player in him that he never really reached. Then we have Antonio Valencia. Antonio Valencia is also set to leave, and he has confirmed it during this season that he is leaving. And also a favorite of mine, that I have been a big favorite player of mine. I have the t-shirts from him. I have everything that really followed Antonio Valencia. He has always been like the kind of my big idol to Manchester United because he was underrated and do the hard work, and the running has that kind of speedy player that I really like. But now he is set to leave, maybe for West Ham or maybe some Italian club as well, or maybe some Spanish club. But he's set to be replaced by Aaron Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace, and I feel he would be the right choice for Manchester United. He would be the kind of player that we need, a young English talent that can maybe make it to the next step, I feel, and he can be at the club for a long time. Ulle has said also in Norwegian interviews that he wants to bring in young English talents to hold it as English-based. Manchester United have not made so many English signings since they made one last, and after that they haven't made any British signings since Luke Shaw joined the club under Louis van Gaal. So I'm happy to see that Ulle wants to bring back that old Manchester United feel, and that is the signings that are probably going to be looked for. There are rumored to be at least three signings to the summer, but I feel there maybe needs to be 5 to 6 signings if it would go well when so many players are leaving. But those were some of the options that I thought would be good for players that are leaving, that could replace them, and that would maybe need to look at. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you give us a like, and we'll see you in the next one. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We're building on, and more content is coming for the rumors, and I see on the rumors and correct them, and see if they're trustworthy enough. But I hope you enjoyed.